Well, here I am with my first YouTube streaming video, direct video. I'm home in Chaminala, and this is one side experiment I had there since a while. Uh, this happened because I prepared too much resin for another work, and while I was working on the other object, I had these 400 grams of resin aside. So not wanting to throw it away, I cut it a passiflora flower from a nearby bush, and I fixed it in the bottom of this resin, and then I added some stones and some gold dust, aluminium gold dust, and pretended and fixed the test tube you see in this hole here. It was a test tube. I should have another one here. There was a test tube. Actually, it was straight, and the old resin, it was maybe more than 300 grams, was up to this level. It was a cylinder. No? And the passiflora flower is where you see all that tormented area there. This I had to remove because it break. I mean, what happened is that then I forgot about that and I went on with my main work, not caring much of what this spare resin was happening. After a while, I realized that I forgot that this resin is good up to 2 inches thick. What happened with resin is that if you go over the limit of thickness of the casting become very hot, may even go on fire. And anyway, it get damaged, it boils like this. Moreover, at this fresh flower inside, full of water. So when the object, uh, the resin started to polymerize and become hot, the flower itself started to boil. And the whole thing, I found this cylinder of plastic full of foam, a lot of resin foam, hardened when I went to look what was going on. Actually, I didn't desist from the idea of not wasting that amount of resin. So I decided that I would look for the what happened inside the block. So I started to excave away all the foam until I found a solid part of the resin and the entrances of the holes, or better, of the remaining of the flour that was burned inside this thing, boiled and burned. After that, I decided that I wanted the space occupied by the passiflora flower to be free, to become empty, so that I can fill it with another color of resin and see what happened inside this block. And so I did, but to remove the remaining of the flour inside was not an easy job. I started with chlorhydric acid, then sulfuric acid, then caustic soda, sodium hydroxide, active one. Don't manage if you have no good gloves, special gloves, and all that. Pretty dangerous substance. And I let it boil in caustic soda for days. I changed the soda more times, and at least I got the result that all the black part that were inside the resin became clean. And now I'm ready to cast the new colored resin inside this empty part. See, it's pretty interesting. Actually, the resin I was working with was filled with uh, gold dust, aluminium golded dust. So it has a yellowish. Actually, it's not polished; it will be transparent. but it has a yellowish aspect, and most of the gold dust dispersed in the resin, for some reason, agglomerate nearby the area of where the flower was. So now let's see what happened inside this block. I prepared some resin here. Now I'm gonna color it. I wanted this with this beautiful turquoise color. It will make a good contrast with the gold in the existing resin. Let's see. Let's go slowly. One. Let's see how it looks like. It's pretty pale. Yeah, I want something a little bit darker. So let's go with another one. Let's see now. We're going to wear a nice sky blue. Now, I want it to be too dark. To get a more beautiful blue. Just a little drop. These are all pearl colors. Little drop here. Okay, that's it. You should add deepness to the blue. Now, let's see what will happen when we go in acting. Clean. Now we have, as usual, when you use experimental molds, in the past I realized that I had a lot of problem because the resin is worse than water. It passes everywhere. Now I've been creating this mold, and I really hope it will be able to keep the resin inside. it's drinking a lot of rain just to fill this primary hole here. Of course, the holes are intricate and they most probably are already. In fact, I see the color appear in that little hole over there. Most probably it's already leaking out of the structure from other holes down there up to fill because there are many defects in the shape also all around here. That's why I kept the mold a little bit wider because I want everything to be filled and then to go by abrasion to bring out what happened. Kind of a camel work, may call it like that. Yeah, it already reached the bottom. I can see it in here, you see? The bottom of. Yeah, it's growing on the side. I can see it. Purtroppo dovrò aspettare ancora un po' per capire se We'll have to wait for a while to understand if the mold is resisting or not. At the moment, I'm pretty satisfied for the quantity because I was thinking it was not enough, and instead it is. It would be nice if it would be enough also for another job I want to do, which is another flower holder that I invented yesterday. And I found a couple of pieces of glass tube, probably coming from some solar stuff, some solar plant. Because my landlord has a solar system. You sell solar cell for hot water, electricity, and things like that. And he had an accident, and some of this object contains some big glass pipes. And they had an accident. Some of these glass pipes are broken, and I could take a couple of them and, uh, and I'm transforming them in flower holders and vases. Maybe I will have to make another one for that. I really need to fill it to the top because this part would be more excavated inside. My metal is little, this part will fill it. Okay, this is it. It seems it's working at the moment, but I'll be able to tell you after some hours because the resin never stops leaving until it's hard, and this can take with this resin several hours. Several hours. In winter time, 36. Only when the resin is hard, you can say reasonably that the mold will not leak. And while we wait for that, I'll show you. And while we wait for that, I'll show you what I was meaning with the other one. This, by the way, the kind of pipe. It was broken, but I could cut it. Then I round it with some fire. I slightly deformed this to drop the water this side. And this is the base, always taken, this time taken by a recycled farm, part of resin. You know, when I prepared some red resin for a candle holder I made, I had this bottom of a bottle remaining. I cleaned it up and it will be polished, and I decided to create a base for this piece of tube. You see? Now to fix it, I'm planning to use the resin itself. But first, I need to find a way to have this remaining there without much problem and to be sure that it will remain straight. And this is, yeah, this resin, it's maybe enough. And this one, I want to move it on the rectangle. Okay, for now it's that. Now I have to wash this better, prepare this, and then I will fix it. But for the moment, from Umberto in Chaminala, where are you? You're there? Oh, my, there you are? Yeah, there you are. Namaste G from Umberto in Chaminala, working home. Bye bye.